Well, welcome to the show. First time this year.
I'm here.
You're here. Back to the Magic City Car and Trade Show. Final show of the day. We're open till 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, so you still have a couple hours to come down, but this is my final show of the day. I've had a long week. About 6 or 7 of these interviews is enough for me.
Yeah.
We're going to talk Nodak Speedway Hall of Fame. We've done just about everything but Hall of Fame so far this weekend.
Yep.
Kadi Ruby, are you the director of the Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
or?
that's what I call myself.
That's what you call yourself?
Yeah.
It's kind of a nobody else wants to do it, so you're doing it
Basically.
position.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of us get stuck in positions.
Yeah. I've got a lot of help, though, so.
Yeah, you have a good committee over there.
Yeah, I'm pretty lucky.
Good group of people. You have a big booth. You guys put in a lot of time and effort to have a big booth over there.
Yep, Taylor lined up a lot of that this year. I told her I need somebody else to take something off my plate, and she took it, and she ran with it, and she made a really good booth.
That's awesome.
Biggest one I think we've had, so.
Yep, and you have old cars over there. You have stuff hanging on the wall. If somebody wants to come over and see from 40, 50 years ago what they used to wear when they go racing. Yep. We wouldn't be caught dead in that stuff now, would we?
No.
They didn't know any better.
No.
I'm confident they did not know any better. So the Hall of Fame, last year we had a big class. One of the most fun banquets I've been to in a long time. 6 really good Hall of Fame inductees last year. Another good crop of nominees. You guys already had your nominee committee meeting. You narrowed it down to a group, right?
Yep.
And we'll announce that group 2 different divisions or 2 different.
Entertainers and dedicated.
Entertainers are the ones on the track putting on the show. They're entertaining the fans.
Yep.
The dedicated are the ones that make the show go on.
Yes.
Where do I fall? I've done both.
You fall in both. We've talked about that.
You've done both.
We've talked
You've
about
entertained and now you're dedicated.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about the people that have done both. There's stuff in the works for that.
There's stuff in the works for that. There's going to be a
that's all I can say.
special category up on top.
That's all I can say. Yeah.
Well, you and I both would be in it.
Maybe.
Because if you nominate me, I ain't getting nominated without you getting nominated. So
okay, well, deal. Pinky swear?
Pinky swear. You're the one that kept the Hall of Fame going all these years. So
this is my 10th year doing it, actually.
10th year.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even have a Hall of Fame if you went to took it on when you were on the board of directors back
2014.
2014, 10 years ago.
Yeah. It's crazy to think. 10 years has flown by.
Ooh.
I can't believe it.
How old is Ellie right now? 11? 10?
Yeah. She wasn't born when I started.
Wasn't born when you started. Man. And now you have Mav, too, running around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have your hands full with Mav, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, he's all boy.
Viewers are starting to roll in here, so we'll announce both the entertainers and I'll put the graphic on the screen, and then nobody even has to look at us anymore.
Okay, perfect.
Nobody has to look at us.
Love that.
Entertainers, and we'll just throw it up here, and then we'll go through what we're going to do afterwards, when the voting, kind of roughly when you're going to do the voting and do all that stuff. So no further ado, where did I have it at here? It's way up at the top. All I got to do is hit that button there. There you go.
There we go.
For the entertainers, the nominees for 2024, John Flory,
Alan
Kent, Greg Nikotenko, and Jay Tooley.
Yes.
I know all 4 of them.
Yeah. I know. I've never met Jay personally, but we're going to meet each other, and I got to help him write his bio, so we got to do some research.
John Flory is one of them ones, and Greg Nikotenko. I'll put them in their own little category. They're kind of a different age group. Alan Kent came in a little bit behind him. Jay Tooley, I went to grade school with Tyson Tooley, Jay's son.
Okay.
So that's where my connection with Jay Tooley comes in.
Okay.
Travis Tooley, now a racer down in the Dickinson area.
Yep.
Cool group. Alan Kent, who doesn't like Superman?
Right. Yeah, that's what I remember from when I was a kid, was Alan Kent.
Did you grow up? Did you see John or Greg growing up?
Yep, I saw.
Suppose.
Yep, I saw. Jay's the only one that I never personally saw.
Yeah, it was. I can dig in my memory bank, and Jay Tooley and Dave Lakaduck and John Carell and all them guys.
In that era.
In that era.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun. So them ones I recognize. Now we move over to the dedicated. That first one on the list, has he approved this nomination? Because I think he didn't really. He was kind of on the fence.
No.
Jeff Barta.
Everybody's accepted.
Everybody's accepted.
I
Jeff
made sure
Barta.
that they wanted to be on.
Jeff Barta, instrumental to my presidency at the Nodak Speedway.
Yeah.
I think has super helped the Smalls while he's the president,
yes.
and many, many, many years and people before. Stu Craig, 20, I don't know the exact years, 20-plus years down in the corner, and as Speed Bump, and being the ornery fan in the stands making posters.
Yep. He just told me about that.
Which that means something, too.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you're that dedicated to go to the races and make
with
a
poster, yeah,
you're there.
And I don't think I've ever seen that. So
You've never seen that?
No, nope. He told me what he did.
Oh,
like, oh wow, that's
funny stuff. Funny stuff.
Camaraderie.
Dennis and Deb Chapman, both of them board members for several years. Both of them competitors.
Yep, both raced.
Both of them raced. Dennis currently racing. Their daughters, their family.
The whole family.
The whole family has dedicated their life, but it started with Dennis and Deb.
Very dedicated family. Yep, they have been around for many, many years. Many years. Steve Lang,
dedicated volunteer for several years.
Yep.
Probably before yours and my times.
He was around when I was a teenager. I remember him working on the track.
Yep.
Yep, that's what I remember him for.
Dave Forthen. I know Dave outside of racing.
Nice guy.
Yep.
Very nice guy.
President before.
President. He announced a little bit.
Did some of the announcing interviews.
He flagged man too, a few. So he's done.
He was a jack of all trades for several years.
Yep.
Lindsey Lawson, I don't even see him. He's in camouflage in your picture there.
I know. Yeah.
It's all good. It's funny. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Lindsey is a character. He came in post 2009 and kind of righted the ship. Him and Ron Hiddle and Ole, that group that got on the board, kind of righted the ship.
Yep.
You got in on the end of it. I think 14 was his last year on the board.
Yeah.
And then I came in 15. So never had to deal with Brandon and Lindsay on the board at the same time.
He was influential in that part of the
He
club's
came up with some great ideas that never stuck. Some people didn't like him. I thought it was cool. He came up with the ring girl idea and had him walk in front with sport mods are coming up next, or modifieds are coming up next.
I didn't know he was the
I
voice
think he was.
that.
Maybe he
That's
wasn't.
Funny.
If I credited you, Lindsay, wrongly, I apologize.
I was asked to be a trophy girl that year, and I said, no.
No. Next up is Val Horner and Terry Hovde.
Yep.
Going in together, best friends.
Yep.
I'm guessing that's where that comes from, right?
Crew, yep.
Wrecker Crew. Those two guys wearing Hawaiian shirts, wearing...
Oh, they're a funny crew.
Oh,
yeah.
Comical crew. Unfortunately...
And they've been around for many years, too.
Yep.
They started 20-plus years, so...
20-plus years. They've been around since I was a little kid.
Right.
And unfortunately, we lost Val a few years ago. He was dedicated. He would still be there running Wrecker right now.
He would be.
If he was still alive, he'd be down there. And then the final one, Greg Severson.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to have raced with Greg Severson.
I didn't know he raced.
You didn't even know he raced?
I learned that this weekend, too. Yeah. See, this is why I like being a part of the Hall of Fame. I learned things that I don't know.
Before Greg Severson was the pit Nazi, or whatever we want to call him.
He was the pit Nazi. He was.
He was the pit steward that made sure everybody was lined up. You did what you were supposed to do, right?
I tried to find a picture of him, like, talking with his finger, you know, mid-talk. That's what I remember from Greg.
Yeah, but I remember him from racing against him. And we took he owns a company that's S&K Processing. I don't mind giving it to him. And he processed our deer for several years. So, yeah, Greg Severson. I heard a rumor that Smalls was maybe working on him last night to come back.
Oh, really?
Making a return?
I haven't heard that yet. Well,
I don't know.
I'll have to check it out.
That's what I heard. We have what?
What's the width? You got a tape measure on you? I know you're busy.
You need I don't have a tape measure.
You don't have a tape measure.
This guy here might.
It's a long day, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. We're live to the internet right now. Yep. Yeah, so you have the dedicated, we have 8 on the nominee list and 4 in the entertainer list.
Yes. It's starting to get we're kind of in that lull area where we've buttoned up all these decades, and we're not quite ready to go on to the early.
Max is out there right now. Oh, I'll get you. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you a call. Okay. Yep. Got several things working here.
Yeah.
Taking a picture of it or what? We need to do some shirt giveaways. If anybody that wants to come down to the show before the end of the show, and if you talk to Kendra Medler and Kennedy Medler, if you find them and tell them and Ellie Ruby, if you say, hey, I watched the show on Facebook, can I get a shirt and a T-shirt? They will come bring you a shirt and a T-shirt.
She wants a shirt.
She wants it. Well, we'll make a deal afterwards. You don't even like me, but yet you want a T-shirt from me? So now we have the nominees. So you guys narrowed it down to these nominees.
Yep.
And now
I was talking about the drivers, though.
Yep.
Yeah, we're kind of in that lull. We've buttoned up the previous decades. We're kind of coming into the early 2000s, and those drivers are, still involved, not quite old enough, so we're kind of, we're going to run into.
You're starting to get to, it's a weird thing to say because I don't feel like I'm that old. You're starting to get to the late 90s, early 2000s, about the time that the Drew Christensens, the Steve Pfeiffers, the Robert Hellebus,
and they're still around. And
the Brandon Beaters.
I mean, they're not that old.
I'm 41. I don't feel old.
You still got 9 years.
Yep. Still got plenty of years.
You got to be 50.
Got to be 50.
You got to be 50.
So we got a long time to wait.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say that we're going to have a problem with that category, but we
should be able to pull some more names out. I bet if I went back in some yearbooks and stuff. There's one that I would really like to see, and it's on me. It's totally on me, not on you guys. I need to get hold of him because he's a family friend. Dave Lackaduk. I really think.
Yeah. I'm
not saying he's Hall of Fame material, but I'd like to hear his story. I'd like for him to write up a bio, or we could get with him. Taylor Lackaduk, I know, watches Darn TV and stuff. Taylor, if you're out there, get a hold of me, or I'll get a hold of you. So it's something that I've wanted to do, and it just spaces my mind. I have the 1987 Pepsi Kids Night trophy from David Lackaduk. That's one that I kept. It's still sitting
there,
sitting in my house, in its condition, and
I've seen his name around. So I mean, and that's what I'm so busy doing all of the other things that I don't have time to necessarily dig into the history and find names and bring them up and ask, what about this person, what about that person? So Larry McFall's been really influential in bringing names. He usually has a list of 20 people.
And
it just takes a village.
If you're sitting here watching this today, or I'll post this on Spotify and YouTube for later views, if you're sitting here watching this or listening to this, if there's a driver we didn't put on there and you think should be on there,
just shout it out.
Shout it out, comment it on here, whatever you got to do. Or better yet, if you want them recognized, start doing some bio work and give us some history on them.
Yep, and we need that.
Because we don't know. If their name isn't here, we don't know.
Yep, we don't know what they did.
Your generation and my generation, I can't even remember all the people that raced in my generation, but when I was a kid growing up, sitting at the old grandstands and running down front and doing all this stuff before I got in a race car, yourself as well. We can't remember everybody.
No.
And if you're sitting there expecting us to remember everybody, we're sorry.
Yep.
So when I come up with a Dave Lackaduk, that's on me. I'm going to bring that to you guys when I get time, and I do it. That's one of them ones. I mean, there's several of them, but maybe they're not Hall of Fame material, but it'd be fun to have their story.
Right, yeah. And, and we're kind of missing the boat on that, too. Honorable mentions.
Yep.
We need something like that, too. You might not meet the criteria, but you were still there, and you still were dedicated, and you're still worth mentioning. We still need – there's a lot of things that we can do to make the Hall of Fame even better than it already is, and that's one thing that's been on my list.
It's just as much fun to hear the story, though.
Right. That's what I like about it. Is hearing their story.
Because Jordan tells stories of Dave Lackaduk that I didn't even know. Because my mom and dad have pictures of me as a kid in their shop. That's where my dad helped. That's how we got started in racing. Was my dad was a pitman for Dave Lackaduk. So, did he have a Hall of Fame career? Couldn't tell you.
Right.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But to write the story and just to understand what all he did in racing, I believe it's worth actually reading or listen,
Yeah, at least still interesting.
Or looking at. Yes.
Still interesting. I mean,
absolutely.
Everybody that's raced has had some sort of interesting factoid about themselves that's worth mentioning and worth hearing.
Yep. So we got it narrowed down to these ones. The driver one over the coming years, we're going to need some help.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to need some help.
Yep.
I agree.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
We do.
So if it can be your favorite driver, as long as you can put together some sort of bio to give us, and then the voters will judge whether or not they're Hall of Fame material.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what it comes down to. It's not up for you or me.
Yeah. It's the Hall of Fame members themselves. It is strictly 100% Hall of Fame members doing the voting. We do have a fan vote still, but
that's just one vote.
One vote, yep, but strictly all Hall of Fame members now. So we've built it up enough to where we have enough participation to have.
So therefore, we are not judge and jury. We're not anything. You yourself, me.
None.
We sit here, we announce them, and that's all we got. The voters decide. The Hall of Fame members who vote decide. I love that. I love it.
Yeah, it's their club.
We can create discussion. Jordan, we talk on the Dirt Weekly or after mostly our after shows of the Dirt Weekly. If you think the Dirt Weekly's on at 3 hours, stay for the after show.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sleeping by then.
The after show can go to another 2 hours, but we talk like. We want to have a show dedicated. We're not trying to pick on anybody, you or anybody else, to try to throw these names out.
Yeah.
And
that would be good.
Try to spark some names from the past that maybe I'm forgetting, Jordan's forgetting, some names that we can't remember.
Right, and then we'll know people that know them, and then they'll bring up a story.
And then we can discuss it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can be a full-on discussion on the show. Because I love history. I like knowing.
Good idea.
It's just finding time to do it, and maybe next off season will be a good time to dive into that full time. So
yeah, I like that.
They're going to get together and vote sometime in July.
Yep, first week of July.
The bios will be out sometime before that.
Bios will come out in May. Fan vote will be the month of June, and then the first week of July is when the meeting for voting.
Right before the mod tour.
Yep.
That was always a struggle because you had me come and do some voting and stuff.
Yep.
And I'm like, I got to go to Jamestown.
Right now.
Right, yeah.
We did it in the morning. So
you did it just fine. Yeah. It was just like, holy, I'll be there.
Yep.
Just got to go to Jamestown. But you have the Hall of Fame members voting now, so you don't need me.
Well, I'm pretty sure we have a president position still. So, I mean, you still might get a call.
Oh, okay. I'm for it.
We'll see.
I'll come in and listen and
I got to look at it. I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
Okay.
I'm still on April.
Yep.
Bio gathering is what we're doing right now.
That's tough.
Big.
Anybody that can help with that, I'm sure you would take any help, right?
Yeah.
Because they might know something about somebody that you didn't know, or it's
fluff up the bio a little bit. Yeah, I mean there's 12 nominees that we have to get bios for now. So it's not hard work, but it's
time consuming work. And then do you write a lot of them? Once you get the material, you kind of summarize it and write it?
Yep.
So that's even more time-consuming work.
Rewrite it, make sure to send it off to them, make sure that they think that that's accurate, and then we run with it.
That's why you get nominated when I get nominated.
All right. Sounds good. This is a deal, running deal.
We
got a long time. We got 20 years. I got 20 years. So you only have 10.
We're making an exception.
Oh, okay.
I'll vote the exception. I'll get there and I'll start making motions because I won't be president of that committee. I never got to make a motion. All my years on the board, no motions.
You didn't.
No motions.
You're right. I mean, that's a good thing,
I got to vote twice.
That's a good thing.
Right.
Everybody was in agreement.
Okay, we're wrapping up the car show here. This is the last video of the day, last look in. You have another 2 hours to come out and check out the cars, classic cars, race cars, 40-plus race cars coming in. The excitement for racing is here.
It's here.
Have you felt it all weekend?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm pumped. I'm jazzed. I'm a little upset that Maxwell there didn't bring his car, so didn't have his car ready.
Oh, yeah, he didn't. It wasn't here. What the heck?
Nope. It honestly fell on me. I forgot to do a couple things. I forgot to order the body. But
whoops. That's important.
I'm nervous. I'm really super nervous. So the body's brand new except for the driver's side door. He wrecked the door loading it in the trailer. Not on the racetrack. Wrecked it loading it in the trailer.
It happens.
I wanted to go with a plastic body. Plastic quarters, plastic quarters and doors, right?
Yeah.
Then everybody made me super nervous because stickers don't stick to them.
Oh, they don't.
You have to put down this material to get the sticker to stick to it. And we're not doing a wrap. We're just doing stickers. You know, just sponsor, locate the sponsors, put the number on. Because him and his uncle, they're weird. They like their number at the front of the damn door. Ugly. Is it not? I mean,
to each their own.
I guess. Whatever. They like their number at the front of the door. Me not. So he's going to have a set of doors. I ordered 2 sets of stickers. One's going to be my way and one's going to be his way. And when I work on the car that week and get it ready, I'm putting my doors on.
That's
when
funny.
When he's working on the car, he can put his doors on.
Well, now I'm curious to see what
win.
comes to the track every week now.
I bet I win more than he does.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep count.
So,
that.
Yeah, it's the excitement, but everybody's walking around talking and practice next Saturday or next Sunday.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Ellie out there.
Yep, she'll be out there.
Jason with a car. You with a car.
Jason will be out there. Jason will be out there for sure.
How much racing are you gonna do?
If he moves the pedals, yeah, I'll hop in. So.
Moves the pedals. You have to, every time you guys race, you have to move pedals or what?
Yep, because I don't have long legs like him.
Oh.
So I get a cushion in the seat and pedals move forward for me.
You don't do what I do?
What's that?
I just spread my legs and turn my feet and just, so
he would have to do that then.
Yeah, Jason should have to do that.
He wouldn't probably do that, no.
Oh.
No. We got a good system. It's just a quick 5-minute change. It's not too bad.
Perfect.
As long as we remember the rod. That's important.
The brake rod.
Yeah.
Longer brake rod.
Yeah.
That's super important.
Yeah, we forgot it once.
It didn't work out well for you. You didn't have
we
brakes?
had to run to the shop.
Oh. I was going to say, you just kind of went with barely reaching the brake pedal?
No, that'd be bad. I can't reach. My legs are short.
Okay. Yeah, we'll wrap this up then. Thank you for everything you do for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
2024 Magic City Car and Trade Show's about done. You still have a couple hours to get out here. We did the Sport Compact drawing. Drew Christensen, the winner of an IMCA Sport Compact. Add another one to the group,
fleet.
The fleet that he has. So sounds like another car will.
Freddie and Ben are going to be fighting for it. We'll see.
Well, Freddie's already got one, he said.
He does?
We interviewed him right on the phone, and I said, is this going to be Freddie's?
Well, then it's
and he
Ben's.
said, no, Freddie's already got one, so this will be, he'll find somebody to drive this one. I'm guessing Ben.
It's going to be Ben.
Ben, yeah.
That'll be fun to see.
Can you imagine Nodak Speedway with 20 Sport Compacts?
I can. That's good.
How fun would that be?
That's good. That's good for the future.
20 Sport Compacts means next year, this fall at the election meeting, when the subject of classes we race comes up, the motion can be made, hey, we got 20 compacts. We want to be a
need to make it full time. Yeah.
Motivation out there, drivers.
Yep. It can happen.
Yep. So with that, I'm Brandon Beater, Kadi Ruby. We're signing off. Hall of Fame nominees are out there. I'll put it back up one more time as we go to break here, or as we go to leave. So thank you again.
Yeah.
We're out.
You.